What is going on, everybody? In this video we are going to talk about two concepts when it comes to sales, especially when you sell without selling or pitching, that are going to revolutionize how you conduct sales calls. Okay, two concepts are certainty and safety. I know there's a lot of videos on how to tackle objections, what to say when someone says that, there's a time and place for those things, but I feel if you understand the concepts first, a lot of these questions will answer themselves. If you know where the objections are coming from, why people aren't buying from you, you'll know how to fill in those gaps and get people to trust you. So let's talk about the first one. Let's talk about certainty. What is certainty? Certainty is essentially, do they believe that you're going to deliver on what you're promising? If you're selling a program, you're selling a coaching service, are you going to deliver the results of your service? If you want to help someone lose weight, you want to help someone figure out what they want to do with their job, maybe you're life coaching and you're going to help someone become stress-free, how certain are they that this is going to work for them? Okay, now believe it or not, the way a lot of us are conditioned to portray certainty on a sales call is to tell people how amazing our service is. Oh, if you sign up now, I can do this for you and that, and my service, I'll include this. We'll do 5 sessions of ultra uber focus blah blah blah, and my 1 million whatever, all these fancy names of how I'm going to solve your problem. And it just makes it worse, because then it sounds like you have to hype up your product. You have to hype it up so much to make it enticing. It must not be that enticing without all the hype. So sometimes people get very skeptical. Now again, I always want to bring this back to a doctor's analogy, right? When you have a good doctor you've gone to and they've seen that you have a problem, you're having a challenge, and they recommend a medication, what is the level of enthusiasm and eagerness they'll portray when they're recommending the medication or recommending a procedure? They're not going to be like, if you take this surgery, it's going to make all your pain go away, and within 3 weeks, they're not going to do any of that, because they don't need to. They've done so many of these before. They know it works. They know how effectively it works. They communicate that to you. If you choose to do it, you can. If you don't have to. So a lack of eagerness sometimes actually shows them more confidence. If you're not enthusiastic, if you're not super out of this world enthusiastic about your product, it shows you've done it so many times that this is just normal for you. Like, this is every day. If you've been selling the same thing over and over again for years, are you going to be super pumped? Like, oh my God, I'm so happy I can do it. You're not going to be, because you're so certain that you've done this before. The certainty will channel through the way you talk to them. When they feel the certainty, they're like, okay, this person's very calm. They can talk to me about what their product is calmly. They can talk about pricing calmly. They don't get agitated when we talk about pricing. I think this person knows what they're talking about. Another thing that really helps with certainty is pushing the client away, telling them things that you're not good at, telling them how you might not be able to help. Now, most people are like, well, I can't tell them things I can't do. I'll lose them. No. If you tell them your limitations, you build trust with them. If you build trust with them, they see this person will not lie to me. They'll not hype up their own product. If there's something they can't help me with, they'll tell me. They'll tell me about their limitation. I think I can trust this person. And if now they're telling me that their service works for them, I think I can trust them on that too. So you see how important certainty can be, okay? Another way you can increase the certainty, show them testimonial, tell them stories about clients that you worked with in the past, give them anecdotes, give them metaphors, give them quotes from other people. These are all things that build certainty, but don't do these as retaliation. If they're like, oh, I'm not really sure, okay, now it's time to build certainty. No, build certainty during that entire process. Make them feel like they're talking to an expert. When you go to a doctor, how often do you ask them, okay, which degree do you have? Which university did you go to? Okay, has this worked for most of your last clients? You're not going to do that as much, right? But when we're talking to our clients, a lot of our clients will ask us that because they feel this lack of certainty. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I'm not sure. So all these things will really help. The way you carry yourself in a call will really communicate certainty. Number 2 is safety. Now, safety and trust are very tied together. Safety is, how safe do you make them feel when they're on a call? How much do they trust you? How safe do they feel opening up to you? Let's say you can solve someone's problem inside out, right? You know that for a fact. But for some reason, they're still like, I'm not really sure if I want to go ahead with this. I'll think about it and I'll let you know. The I want to think about it objection is this safety mechanism that, hey, there's something that's holding me back. but I don't really want to tell you because I'm not really feeling safe enough. I'm not really feeling that I trust you enough to share this with you. This could be the form of, I think this is too much. I don't even have this kind of money. I'm embarrassed to tell you I don't have this kind of money. I don't want to tell you, but I don't think you've done a good enough job of telling me your service is good for me. I don't think this is going to work. A lot of us don't feel comfortable or safe enough telling this to the coach or the salesperson, whatever. So instead we say, I'll think about it, I'll let you know. So it's super important to make them feel safe and secure. And the way we do that is by positioning ourselves as an advisor. An advisor will never sell a third-party service. Like, okay, these are the pros, these are the cons, this is what I'm seeing, is this what you're seeing as well? Whereas a salesperson and a traditional coach is like, I can do this for you, I can do that, I can do blah, 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 through my ultra giga system, whatever. Those are two very different things. So if you position yourself as an advisor and you look at things from a safe perspective and they trust you to share things with you, they'll be a lot more honest. So let's say you tell someone, hey, my service is $5,000. If they're not feeling safe, okay, I'll think about it and I'll let you know. They don't feel comfortable enough telling you what the real reason is why they're not buying. But if they're feeling safe and you've established transparency, one of the ways I do this is right at the start of the call. I say, listen, we're going to talk about some things. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about your challenges. I want to talk about whether I can even help you. My goal is that you and I can be as transparent as possible. If I feel like I can't help you, is it okay if I let you know? And they'd say, of course it's okay. Okay, fantastic. And if you feel there's something that I'm talking about that doesn't make sense, or you feel like I am not the person to help you out, or something doesn't make sense, can you just tell me? They'll say, yeah, of course I'll tell you. So by the time we get to the point of the pricing, I'll say, listen, it's $6,000. Just if you're being honest, is that something that's in your budget? Is that something you can afford? And because I built trust with them, because I've been their advisor, it's not like me versus them, it's me and them versus a problem, versus a goal, chasing a goal. So they're like, Yasir, you know what, I like you. I think this is out of our budget right now. I'm not really sure how we can do this. Then I'd come up with some options. Okay, it sounds like it's out of your budget. What can we do? How can we make this easier? And then we would go down that path. But none of this will be possible without the feeling of safety, making them feel safe and secure. You do that by not pitching, by listening, by recapping what they're saying and showing them that you understand their problem. At the same time, positioning yourself as an advisor, not a salesperson. So two concepts, certainty and safety. If you have these two down, don't even worry about what to say, how do I say it, what the language. Now, this is something that I cover in great detail in my program, what to say, how to say it. But I think if you understand the concept, it's a lot more important. All your objections will go away. You'll have better client calls. You'll have clients on the call with you who get off the call without buying. They'll talk to other coaches and they'll come back and they'll still buy from you. And it's happened to me so many times, happened to my clients so many times. Why? Because you build trust with them. They go to somebody else to try to sell them and they're like, you know what? I think Yasir was better. I felt more trust with him. I want to work with him. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Let me know if you are interested in getting your coaching business off the ground, if you need help with sales, you need help with getting clients, or pricing for profit. Those are all things I do in my program. If you would like to jump on a call, tell me about what your goals are. You can find the link for that in the description. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one. Take care.